Sorry guys, sorry for the delay of the event. So please join me over Discord. So my colleague will be posting the Discord link as well as Nestria link in the chat box. Also, we have the links over description. I want you to guys download Discord and then join the Nestria server. So, So today's topic would be how to ace your interview. Are you worried about giving interviews? Come join us to know how to crack the interview in confident. Myself, I am Shivani. I am a career expert from Byte Academy, a sister company of Nestria. So what we are going to learn today. So what is an interview? Types of interview, need for interview, how to dress for a job interview preparations, common interview questions, do's and don'ts, conclusions. Get a good night's sleep. Tired people look sickly, sick people miss a lot of work. So before the interview, it's the main thing you sleep properly previous day. So what is an interview? An interview is a conversation between two people, the interviewer and the interviewee, where the questions are asked by the interviewer to obtain the information from the interviewee. A meeting at which somebody is asked questions to find out if he or she suitable for a job, course of study, etc. So basically what is an interview? It's a conversation. It's a conversation between two people where one people will be asking the questions to generate the information or to obtain the information about the another person. Moving forward, types of interview. 1. Face-to-face interview. 2. Behavioral interview. 3. Phone interview. 4. Panel interview. 5. Exit interview. 6. Stress interview. 7. Technical interview. Let's see in brief. So what is face-to-face interview? It's a traditional interview and the most common type. In this interview, the candidate and the interviewer meets face-to-face. The main concept of the interview is to build a rapport with the interviewer and show how the qualification will benefit their organization. The interviewee should maintain a eye contact and respond to all the questions of the interviewer. So basically, what is face-to-face interview? It's a kind of interview where you meet in general, like face-to-face, where two people will be sitting opposite to each other. So in this, it's a oldest method. Before there would not be any Zoom or anything to take interview. So this is the traditional method to take a face-to-face interview. It's a most common type. The candidate and the interviewer meets face-to-face. The main concept of interview is to build a rapport with the interviewer and show how the qualification will benefit their organization. So the main concept of the face-to-face interview is to build a rapport between you and the interviewer. So in face-to-face interview, it's like clearly you can tell about your skills, what achievements you have taken. The interview would go very good. You should maintain an eye contact and respond to all the questions of the interview. So moving forward, it's behavioral interview. So basically what this interview means, it's a common type of interview in a modern workplace. So in this interview, the interviewer see about your behavior. Okay, so behavioral interview or a behavior event interview, also called a competency based interview. This type of interview is based on a notion that the job candidates' previous behaviors are the best indicators of the future performance. So basically, what is this interview? In this interview, the interviewer will be asking you about the behaviors. They will come to know about the behaviors, how you were in your past company or the current company which you are working. So about the behaviors. In this interview, you will be asked questions regarding the behaviors. In behavior interview, the interviewer asks candidates to recall all the specific instances where they faced with a set of circumstances and how they reacted. So basically, this would be a set of like questions where you have faced something difficulties or anything, like where you were made funny. So and how they react. So this is a behavioral. So behavioral interview. So most common type. Tell me about a project you worked on where the requirement changed a midstream. What did you do? So this type of question will be asked. Tell me about a time when you took a lead on a project. What did you do? Describe a time you had to work with someone you didn't like. Tell me about a time when you had to stick by a decision you made even though it made you very popular. What happened the last time you were late with the project? So in behavioral interview, such kinds of questions will be asked, like giving you the scenario, like what happened to your previous project, how you reacted to that, so that the interviewer comes to know how you reacted, what was your reaction, so it counts for your interview. Moving forward, it's phone interview. A telephone interview takes place if a recruiter wishes to dwindle down the number of prospective candidates before deciding on a shortlist for a face-to-face interviews. So basically, what is phone interview? If a interviewer or recruiter we get thousand application, 200, 300 of application. So if they want to select the best 5 or best 4, they do this phone interview. They also take place if the job applicant is a significant distance away from the premises of hiring company, such as abroad or another state. Also, phone interview will be taken where if you're from Andhra Pradesh and your office is in Bangalore and you won't be able to travel to Bangalore, that time it will be taken over a phone interview. Moving forward, it's a panel interview. So what does a panel mean? A panel means a selection committee that is appointed for interviewing the candidates. Panel may include 3 to 5 members. So basically, a panel interview means it's a committee of people, like 3 to 5 members will be selected for interviewing the candidates. The questions are asked to the candidates about different aspects and marks are given to each candidates. So in panel, there will be 5 people. So one person will ask you questions and the way you answer, all the 5 will be marking you. So like this, it's called panel interview. The final decisions are taken by all members collectively by rating the candidates. As I told you, so one question will be asked by one member and all the other 5 or 3 will be giving you marks. So totaling that marks, they will take your final decisions. Moving forward, it's an exit interview. So basically, what is exit interview? When an employee leaves the company, he interviewed either by his immediate superior or the human resource department manager. In this interview, it's called an exit interview. So basically, when an employee wants to leave the company. Okay, so it is either taken by the supervisor, his manager, or a supervisor, or the human resource department manager. The exit interview is taken to find out why the employee is leaving the company. So basically, it's taken to know why the employee is leaving the company. What's the reason? If anything mistake happens or something, to know the reasons why the employee is leaving the company. Exit interview are taken to create a good image of the company in the minds of employees who are leaving the company. Basically, exit interview are taken to create a good image of a company. Okay, we have asked him what's wrong, why does he want to change? Then it's left to the employee. So basically, to create a good image. So moving forward, it's a stress interview. What is stress interview? The interview attempts to find out how applicants would respond to aggressive, embarrassing, rude, and insulting questions. So in this interview, you will be made stressed, very stressed, like they will be asking you very rudely the questions, or they will be insulting you or embarrassing you just to check how you will react. A stress interview allows interviewers to see how well you work under pressure. Okay, the questions asked for a stress interview. Being asked more than one question at a time. Okay, so you will be asked more than one questions at a time. For examples, why do you want to work in this company? We have so much pressure in this company, but also why do you? So like that example, like at a time, it's asked one or more questions. Being asked further questions without being allowed adequate time to respond. Without giving a time to respond, they won't even give you 5 seconds to respond. You should be very fast in responding to such question. Being questioned in an interrogatory tone and voice, very rude tone or voice. Being asked an unrelated bunch of questions, maybe your personal or not related to work or any technical, not related to anything, such questions will be asked in stress interview. Having his or her feelings provoked. They will provoke your feelings, they will hurt your feelings very badly in such kind of interview, just to see how you will react to the questions. Moving forward, technical interview. This kind of interview focuses on the problem solving and creativity. The question aim at your problem solving skills and likely show your ability and creativity. Sometimes these interviews will be on computer module or with a multiple choice questions. So basically, what is technical interview? In this interview, you will be having a set of questions in a computer module or a multiple choice set of assessments, maybe to check your skills, your attitude, the way you speak. Maybe it will be divided into various, like English comprehension, and then it goes for directions, blood relations. Many questions will be made in a multiple choice or in a computer module, where you will be given a particular set of time, like in 1 hour you need to complete so much questions, just to check about your skills. Moving forward, what is the need of an interview? Why interview is needed? To judge a overall personality of candidate. So the first thing is, interview is needed to judge how your personality is, how you work under pressure, to know whether you are able to perform required job or not, to find out if you can perform a required job, to judge the skills and attributes which are not mentioned in the CV. Apart from your knowledge, your ability and capacity to do the job. Just to see your ability and capacity to do the job. To find out what motivates you, how well you communicate. So find out your communication. How well you communicate with the people. How well you take the work under pressure. Your actual strengths and weaknesses. To know your actual strengths and weaknesses. How to dress for an interview. Dress formally and well-groomed. It should be a very formal for the interview and well-groomed. Avoid loud fashion and excessive jewelry. Never use many jewelry. It's a sign that you need a lot of attention. Avoid loud fashion. Don't wear something funky. Wear a formal, simple, with one earring, one ring, maybe a watch. Shine your shoes. It says that you're meticulous worker who pay attention to details. So always make sure when you're going for interview, your shoes are shine. Smile. It's the most important thing in your wardrobe. So smile. It's the most important thing in your wardrobe. So always when you go for an interview or when you're answering, you need to have a smile on your face. Scents, perfumes and after shaving lotion should be avoided. It need not be avoided, but you can use a mild one, not strong one. Wear something that makes you feel comfortable. Use simple accessories like jewelry, watches, ties, etc. So how to dress for the job interview. For men, suits of solid colors, long sleeve shirt, white or matching to the suit, belt, tie, dark socks, conservative leather shoes, little or no jewelry, maybe a watch. Yeah, as I told you, neat and professional hairstyle. Use a mild perfume, as I told you, not a strong one. Neatly trimmed nails. For women, suit navy blue, black, or dark gray. The suit length should be long enough so that you can sit comfortably. Conservative shoes, the shoes which suits your suit. Limited jewelry, no dangling, no hanging earrings. A small one, a stud earring. Professional hairstyle, maybe a bun or perfect, maybe a good hairstyle. Light makeup and perfume. Never make a dark makeup. Light makeup and light perfume. Neatly manicured, clean nails. Okay. Also, women can wear casuals like salwar if you don't have a suit, or maybe a normal pant and a shirt. So, interview preparation. So, how you need to prepare for the interview? Do research about the company, read about the company's culture, check on the company's dress code. So, research about the companies. So, how you will research about the companies? Maybe going to the LinkedIn, you will research about the company, or through their website, or to a word of mouth. Maybe if you know someone who is working from that company, you can ask about those. What is their work culture? How is the company's dressing? What is their in time, out time, everything. Do a proper research before going to the interview. Read about the company's culture. As I told you, read about the company's culture, how they work, what is their work environment, what time the work starts, what time does it end. Check on the company's dress code, what is their dress code. Plan to arrive on time. Not on time. If your interview is at 10 o'clock, please be there by 9:45, 15 minutes early. Ask for who will be attending. Ask the interviewer who and all will be attending the interview. Think for example for work you have done. Think for an example. Maybe previously, if you are a fresher, it's not required. But if you are a working person, you can think of an example for the work you have done. Understand your job profile. Read the job description. Understand for what profile you're giving interview. Know your CV. So never fudge on your CV. Never lie on your CV. So know your CV perfectly. What and all you can have mentioned. Same thing you can tell in your interview. Carry your CV, certificates, file. So common interview questions. So most common interview question would be, tell me about yourself, as everyone know, where you need to describe about yourself. Why did you leave your last job? What experience do you have in this field? Do you consider yourself successful? What do co-workers say about you? What do you know about this organization? What you have done to improve your knowledge in the last year? Are you applying for any other jobs? Why do you want to work for this organization? Do you know anyone who works for us? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Do you have any offers in hand? So the common interview question will be, tell me about yourself. So in tell me about yourself, what you need to mention about yourself, maybe the company you're working, about a family background, and about your strengths, weaknesses. Why did you leave the last job? In this job, just don't bluff. Tell the real reason why did you leave the last job. In this field, what experience you have. If you're a fresher, you can tell about the internship or training. And if you're a working employee, then you can tell about the previous experience. Do you consider yourself successful? In this answer, it all depends on you. And what do co-workers say about you? What do your colleague or your friends say about you? You have to answer it in real, never fudge. What do you know about this organization? So you have researched about the company, so you can tell about their uh, like I told you about their work culture, their dress code, everything can be told in this question. What have you done to improve your knowledge in the last year? So if you have done any courses or anything, you can include that. If you didn't do anything, you can tell about the internships or training or the previous work experience. Are you applying for other jobs? If you're applying, tell us. Never lie telling I only applied for your companies. Never do that. If you're applying for other jobs, tell directly yes. Why do you want to work for this organization? Again, tell them about the work environment. Everything can be answered. Do you know anyone who work for us? So this is why they ask what the person have told you about their company. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Do you have any offers in hand? Do's and don'ts. Do make a good eye contact with your interviewer. As I told you, if it's a face to face interview or anything like that, or over a Zoom where you have to turn on your camera, then make a good eye contact with your interviewer. Do show your enthusiasm in position and the company. Be a little excited about the position and the company. Show them enthusiasm that you know about this company, you know about research about the company. Just read your job description briefly so that you can show that you're really interested in this position and the company. Do make sure that your good points come across to the interviewer in factual, sincere manner. Do make sure all the good points come to interviewer. Factual and sincere manner, not a funny way. In sincere manner, you should. Do stress your achievements. If you have any achievements, do stress on it. Tell them. Take a practice run to the location where you having interview. So the previous day or 2 days before the interview, you can do a practice run, maybe from the way of mode of transport you're going, maybe through Ola, Uber, or your own vehicle. Go previous day, check how much time you will require to reach the destination so that you can be on time for the next day on the interview day. If presented with the job application, do fill it out neatly and completely and accurately. If they give you any job application or anything to fill, do fill it out neatly. Everything a complete information and accurately. Do greet the interviewer and do shake hands firmly. Do greet the interviewer. Tell hello, good morning, and do shake hands firmly. Don't shake hand very tightly. Do wait until you are offered a chair before sitting. So as you go inside, when you're going for interview, don't directly sit. Ask them, may I take a seat? Or until they tell take a seat, never sit. Do not interrupt. Let the interviewer speak. Then you can ask them. Once they finish speaking, you can ask them. Never interrupt in between. Do not avoid controversial topics. Never avoid the controversial topics. Don't ever lie. Answer question truthfully, frankly, and succinctly. As I told you, answer it truthfully and frankly. Never lie. Whenever you're giving an interview, never lie. Don't say anything negative about a former colleague, supervisor, or employers. Okay, so never tell anything negative. It will affect your interview. They will think this person is very negative person who is speaking bad about their colleagues, supervisors, or employers. Don't answer question with simple yes or no. Explain whenever possible. So make sure like you don't answer yes, no. Make sure you explain at least in 2 to 3 sentences. Describe those things about yourself that showcase your talent, skills, and determination. So when are you tell me about yourself? In that you can showcase about your talents, skills, and determination. Give examples. Don't inquiry about salary, vacation, bonuses, retirement, or other benefits until you have offered You have received an offer, so never ask for the salary, vacation, bonuses, or anything before you have got the offer letter. Don't bring up or discuss personal issues or family problems. That's the worst thing. You cannot discuss about the personal or family problems in the interview. Don't say your past history. Hence, it's available in CV itself. So the conclusion, final tips. Know the company. You should be pretty well acquainted with the company and the type of work they do. You will need to do your homework and know something of their corporate culture, internal system, business history, and annual reports, mission statement, etc. So, know the company. As I told you, do the research about the company, about their corporate culture, how is their culture, how is their internal system, their business history, annual reports, mission statement, etc. You can do this using several resources, including the company brochures or the websites, pamphlets, annual reports, newsletters, and company websites. Confirm important details. Confirm time and arrive at least 15 minutes early to create a good first impression. As I told you, never be. If your interview is at 10, please be there by 9:30 or 9:45. Max by 9:50, you need to be there at that place. Travel to the interview location a day before using the same method of transport. As I told you, a day before or 2 days before, you travel to the your location with the same mode of transport which you will be going on an interview day, so that you will come to know how much time you will be requiring to ensure you will be on time, and also memorize the name of the interviewer. Switch off your mobile. Make sure it is switched off during the interview to avoid the distractions. So make sure it is switched off during the interview to avoid the distraction. No wet fish handshakes. Shake hands warmly with the firm grip. As I told you, shake hands warmly with the firm grip. Handshakes have a far deeper significance than most people give credit for. So handshakes have a deep significance than most people give a credit. The way you handshake, the way you greet, everything will come to know. Ask question at the interview. At the end of the interview, ask question. This is your chance to really impress the interviewer with your research skill about the company and list of planned questions about the role. So at the end of interview, you can ask question about their company, like company's culture, maybe their profits, laws, or anything about their company. So it will impress the interviewer. Body language. Don't smoke. Never smoke and go for an interview. Be relaxed. Smile. Look at people as you speak to them. As I told you, keep a good eye contact. Avoid one word answers. As I told you, never answer an yes or no. Just try to explain it at least in 1 to 2 sentences. Ask question if something seems unclear and keep your answers simple and honest. Job offer. Finally, if you accept the job, you have given your word. It is a verbal contract. If you have any doubts, ask for a time to think, but within 24 hours by which you will respond and stick to it. So once you receive the job offer and you're like, if you received your job offer and you want to think about whether you should join or no, just take a 24 hours of time. Just take 24 hours of time, not more than that. Within 24 hours, you need to tell them whether you will be joining the company, whether you have accepted the offer or no. Thank you, guys. That's it. So please join me over Discord. Over there, we can continue our conversation. So if you have any questions, if you need today's PPTs or anything, you can connect me over Discord. So my name is Shivani Malya and my Discord ID is Shivani #9808. So let me show you now how to join a Discord. Give me a minute. So yes, let me show you how to join with me over Discord. So this is the Discord. So after Discord, you will just go here. So as I joined Nestria, once you join Discord, you will find this icon over Discord if you have joined Nestria server. So once you go to Nestria, you will be going, start here. It will be a welcome note. Join a topic. So in this topic, you can go to join a topic. So you can see your various signs, various emojis. So first one is US flag. So this is for US careers. This is Indian flag. This is for Indian careers. This is for Python. This is for JavaScript. This is for blockchains. This is for bar chart. And this is about the Byte Academy. So once you press on this Indian flag, it will take you to the Indian careers. Same way, if you join to Python, it will take you to the Python resources. So as I press on Indian flag, we'll go here. So here we'll find 4 channels. One is announcing. If we have any announcing, everything will be done here. Same ways with the job launch. If you have any job openings or internship openings will be posted here. Same goes with the internship launch. Interview practice. Here you can post questions or any doubts regarding today's webinar or anything you can post here. So the career experts will try to answer you, will surely answer. If you want today's PPT also, you can ask here. So this is how you join the Discord channel of Nestria. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for joining today's Thank you guys. Thank you for joining today's webinar. It was great. If you have any questions, you can ask me over Discord personally, or you can ask me over the interview practice channel. Thank you. Have a good day.